Hi everyone! Jen Pak Ganern here, and for today's video ay tuturuan ko kayo or ipapakita ko sa inyo kung paano ako nag-fill out ng visa application form for my Japan visa. So, eto guys is available siya online for you to use and print out. Pero sa case ko naman, nung nag-apply ako sa Attic Tours dito sa SM City Cebu, nag-fill out ako or ini-handwritten ko na siya. Pero if you want to do it online or type it, then by all means you can go ahead and do that. So for today, I'm going to be showing you how I did it para naman magka-idea kayo when the time comes na ano yung i-fill out nyo or paano nyo i-fill out yung mismong form. So, ayan. For starters, you need to paste your photo here. So, yung 45 mm by 35 mm, and then isusulat nyo sa likod ng ID photo nyo yung full name nyo and then your date of birth. And then, si Attic Tours, kinuha na lang nila yung photo and sila na mismo yung nag-paste sa aking application form. So, after that, you just need to fill out this one, of course, yung surname mo as shown in your passport. And then, sample lang to, De La Cruz, and then given and middle name, again, as shown in passport. So, i-copy mo lang, Juan Mendoza. And then other names, including any other nicknames you go by. This is NA. So, anything na not applicable to you, just make sure na ilagay mo is NA. Next, date of birth. So, lagay mo lang day, month, and year. And then place of birth, lagay mo lang kung ano yung city, state, or province, and then yung country. And then next is yung gender mo. Pili ka lang kung male or female. So I just, tick this one. And then mark it X. And then marital status, pili ka lang kung ano yung applicable sa'yo. In my case, single. And then nationality or citizenship, nilagay ko Filipino, in the Philippines. And then after that, former or other nationalities or citizenships um, does not apply to me. So nilagay ko lang NA. After that is ID number issued to you by your government. So yung nilagay ko is TIN. So lagay mo lang ang word na TIN to indicate na TIN number yung nilagay mo. And then after that is i-type mo lang yung mismong TIN number mo. Pwede ring SSS or PhilSys or yung yung national ID, pili ka lang. Indicate mo lang kung ano siya and then yung mismong number. Next is passport type. So pipiliin natin guys is ordinary. So X mo lang to or i-mark mo lang as X yung box next to ordinary and then ilagay mo dito sa side mo to yung passport number mo. And then after that, place of issue, in my case, ay dito sa Cebu yung place of issue. So nilagay ko DFA Cebu. And then issuing authorities, Department of Foreign Affairs. And then ilagay mo lang yung date of issue and date of expiry. Makikita mo to sa bio page ng passport mo. After that, certificate of eligibility number. This is not applicable for me. So nilagay ko lang NA. Purpose of visit to Japan or status of residence, nilagay ko lang tourism. And then, nilagay ko intended length of stay in Japan is 4 days. And then, nilagay ko din yung date of arrival, which is September 21, 2023. And then, port of entry into Japan is Narita. But if sa Haneda ka, lagay mo Haneda. And then, name of ship or airline, I indicated Cebu Pacific. And then after that, names and addresses of hotels or persons with whom applicant intends to stay. So isa lang yung hotel ko guys. So nilagay ko lang yung name ng hotel, yung phone number ng hotel, and then yung address ng hotel. After that, dates and duration of previous stays in Japan, NA. But if may previous na kayo na stay, then sa next na application nyo, dapat i-fill out nyo to. I-indicate nyo yung dates and number of days sa previous stay nyo. Next is your current residential address. sa Pilipinas. And then if you have more than one address, please list them all. So nilagay ko lang yung current address ko. So lagay mo talaga yung complete lot information, block, face number, name ng subdivision or name ng barangay nyo. And then, alam nyo na yan kung paano nyo i-fill out. Basta kompleto, including the zip code. And then, if may telephone number, go ahead and put your telephone number. But if wala, then lagay mo lang NA. Mobile number, uh, yung format is yung area code plus 63, tas yung phone number mo without the zero, and then your email address. And then next is current profession or occupation and position. So, um, this one I indicated that I am specifically a virtual admin assistant. I suggest guys na wag niyong ilagay freelancer only because freelancer is a word that's very broad, and I highly suggest that whenever you also face the immigration, wag kayong wag niyo sabihin sa kanila na freelancer ka. Have to be specific kung ano talaga yung position mo sa company mo. For example, video editor ka, then by all means, when you fill out this form and then you face the immigration, video editor, social media manager, real estate virtual assistant, medical VA, at kung ano pa yung title mo sa company mo. Pwede ring customer service representative, etc. Next is name and address of employer. So, indicate mo lang yung name ng company mo and then telephone number ng company mo. So, in my case, guys, if you notice, +1 yung area code, which means na nasa US yung client ko, which, for most of freelancers like myself are. Pero, yeah, indicate mo lang din yung address ng, physical address ng office ng company nyo. So, in my case, this is the one, Austin TX 78731, United States. Next is partner's profession or occupation or that of parents if applicant is minor. So in this case, as I said, single ako guys, so most of these are not applicable to me, NA. Pero if married ka, then by all means, you need to fill this one out. Again, anything that is not relatable to you, feel free to make sure to put NA. So, NA, if you notice NA. So, dito, date of birth NA, then hindi ako nag-tick ng any boxes for the gender because NA naman siya. So, ayan. Let me make it a little smaller. Ayan, NA, lahat NA, NA. And then after that, have you ever, may mga ano dyan, boxes na may yes or no. So I ticked all no's. And then if you answered yes to any above questions, please provide relevant details. I just indicated NA sa box na to. And then after that, date of application, ang ilalagay mo na date of application is yung date kung when ka magsasubmit ng mga requirements mo sa agency mo. So, day, month, and year, yan yung format. And then make sure na may signature or naka-affix yung signature mo. So, ayan. I hope that this video helped you guys in having an idea how to fill out your form. Pero if may mga things ako na hindi ko nasabi or hindi ko na stress out sa video na to, I suggest na you reach out your agency of choice para mas specific nila na ma-address yung question mo. Dati may tinanong ako sa isang grupo, which is yung Japan for Dummies. Kasi at that point in time, may other clients din ako sa Upwork na parang part-time. Then may talagang main client ako na ilang years na sa akin. So tinanong ko sa kanila, if may multiple clients ba, dapat ko bang i-disclose lahat dito? 'Di ba if you notice, parang ang liit-liit naman din ng space. Tas sabi nila, can go ahead and just put the one that's like the longest. So, ayun, isa lang yung pinili ko at i-disclose ko na client dito sa name and address of employer. So, ayan guys, hopefully nakatulong ang guide na to kung paano nyo i-fill out yung Japan visa application form. So, ayan. If you like this video, guys, please hit thumbs up and share sa mga friends nyo. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye!